Welcome back to the channel that blows money, hard-earned money, on useless shit so you don't have to. Well, hey, who says I wasn't honest, right? And today, something with Fragile on it is being installed on a Tiger 900 Rally Pro. What is it? An original windscreen from PUIG. PUIG. Sorry. Hairball. I've been eating too much pussy. Cat. Not eating, licking. Oh God, it doesn't get any better from there, does it? Yes, lady. Right, why are we installing it? All right. For tall freaks like me. Yeah, tall idiot freaks like me. The standard OEM windscreen is a bit of a pain. I love the 1190R because it was short, you got full-on wind, wasn't too noisy. This one, I keep it in the lowest section, lowest setting. And at that point, air hits right there. High reflection. God, my video quality is good tonight. But you get the point. So it hits here. Still creates a hell of a lot of noise. You put it in the high, hits right there. Still creates a lot of noise. It doesn't matter what helmet. So hopefully this new windscreen will negate that, because in May I'm heading down to Hogsback, which is a 9.5 hour drive to Rally Raid. And hopefully, I'm hoping that A, the screen will make a positive difference, and B, I'm not going to slice my chest open when on off-road where I have to lean forward a lot. So, install should be very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, me count good tonight. Yes. Let's do that. What's included in the package? Windscreen. Duh. New install bolts, windscreen fairing bolts. Plenty of warnings. You cannot return it, but thanks for your money. Well, that makes sense. And if you're a smoker, if you position your windscreen correctly, you'll be able to ignite your cigarette using the power of the sun's rays. Or if you're an outdoorsman, correctly positioning this windscreen will have a magnifying effect in order to cook the half-a-pound turkey you are planning to roast. Just put in foil and position underneath the windscreen. Regular turning required. They even have how many sauce, spices. Oh, not bad. Pretty good. Thank you, Puff. Alright, let's have a look how this thing looks like one-handed. Handle a big thing with one hand. I have plenty of experience. Thank you for asking. Yeah, okay, so in its highest section, the wind should gracefully go over my bald head, my cue ball, and looks like, yeah, we're not going to have any issues with the handlebars, as the previous or the incorrect versions would, on the Rally Pro at least, would have a negative effect on your handlebar, basically blocking it from full lock. So, we know it fits, everything looks good. Don't throw away the packaging. You can put the old windscreen in here and keep it for posterity. Don't throw away the packaging, because the amount of money you blow on your accessories, you may be living out of it. This is just barely enough to keep my ankle warm in winter. Okay. And before you ask, no, I have no intention of sending any of my children, legitimate or illegitimate, to college. So the money I'm spending now... Okay, word of caution. You also need to install a spacer here onto this rubber gasket / screw, bolt, nut, whatever. This is what it looks like. Okay, and as you tighten, this thing compresses. Don't tighten it too much. This thing will strip or basically rip itself apart. Ask me how I know. Also, as this will be, well, pointing in the sun a lot, and anything rubber in the sun, I usually just slather this thing full of red rubber grease, which rejuvenates it a little, gives it also a little bit of lubrication, so it does seat itself easier. And there we go, installed. Relatively straightforward. These are the only pain, because you need a 19 spanner to hold the nut in loosening and tightening. Once it's tightened properly, when you turn this, the nut in the back will also move. Coming to the cockpit, we're in the pit of the cock. Okay, this is the light tint. You know, I didn't want to go full on Mayfair at 8 o'clock at night on a Friday in Johannesburg CBD type thing. If you're not a South African resident, that's basically dark window tinting with loud bass. Okay. Okay, assuming this should travel straight over my head, like so many jokes and things of information of import. Leaning forward, as far as I can. If I ever lean this much forward, I am vomiting out of my helmet. Okay, so on the highest setting. Oh, it doesn't look like a delivery bike. It just looks like, you know, something from Ripley's Adventures, you know, Alien 2, or just Aliens, you know, the Queen. Just hope you never lay an egg, because I am not getting that in my lungs and birthing it through my chest. Oh, by the way, for those of you who may have noticed, I'm a lot more energetic and much more attempting humor. That's because I'm a shitload of antidepressants. Hey! What can't be fixed with medication today? Couple of opioids, caffeine. Fuck it, you know? I'm sure YouTube wants to demonetize and ban my channel one of these days. Yeah, no biggie. Anyway, welcome. That's it. Very easy install. I'm going to take a ride tomorrow and see how it performs. Feedback to follow in 3219. All right, after driving the speed limit of 100 kilometers to 120 kilometers an hour on the freeway, here's my response. Is this a good upgrade? Would I tell everyone to rush out there, buy this, and chastise Triumph for their shitty designs? No. There is very little difference between this and the OEM. With the OEM, in the lowest setting, the air hits me round about here. Highest setting, here. Still creates a lot of turbulence, a lot of noise. Now with this new one, on the lowest setting, it hits here. Highest setting, round about there. Yeah. And you know why? There's a curve that bounces the air upwards. This one doesn't have it. So in essence, if we put them side by side, the OEM is a better design. Good thing I'm pissing away the money and you're not, huh? Yeah. Other than that, though, okay, it's a marginal improvement, all right? If you're on touring, what usually happens, my shoulders always get hit by a lot of wind, so those start to ache. Yeah, I know. I'm such a girl, right? No, hold on. Girls are so tough these days, so I must be a boy. Never mind. This one does create more of a bubble of sanctity, of invulnerability. Well, not really. But basically, there's no wind here. The wind only comes out back here. Yeah, I know. There goes my humor again. So for long distance touring, if you are not close to 2 meters tall, this will be a good upgrade. But gentlemen, if you do off-road, don't get this. And I'll tell you why. It's not because you're going to hit this with your chest. No, it's when you are looking down, and if you get a tinted or the dark screen and not the clear one, it's very difficult to see the instrumentation already. That being said, okay, not everybody rides off-road. I mean, designed for backwater British roads, so take it as you will. Also, there is quite a bit of movement, which is to be expected at speeds, and I have noticed that pushing this thing downwards, not a problem, but pulling it back up, you will need a lot more strength. Now, I don't know, because it's more rigid or more weight to it, don't know. Or maybe because the bolts are now tightened to spec, previously they weren't. Gentlemen and ladies, there's not much I can tell you here. Ease of install, not a problem. I'm actually curious if I shouldn't put the spacers up here to give this thing more of an upward angle. Or maybe I installed it wrong, although looking at it, that's not a possibility. Or do I take the spacers out and force it? No, then it will start... Okay. PUIG. Allahu Akbar. There we go. A decent amount of kit. For what it gives you, a little bit overpriced, to be quite honest. Not a lot of frills. But I suppose that's what happens when you pay the Europeans. So to sum up, if you are a midget and not a tall freak, great upgrade for you. Yak Shamaj. If you're a tallish freak, stay with this thing. Okay? And if possible, be on the lookout for a shorter one, because that will suit you better. Yeah, this was another episode on how to blow money on excessive motorcycle gear. I hope you will not join me next time. Remember to downvote, do not subscribe, and do not hit... Well, actually, yeah, hit my bell. Yeah, don't encourage me to do further videos. It causes me absolute anguish, physical pain. Oh, what the hell, do what you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. And then we come to the slightly cheaper side of the spectrum. This is a Givi wind deflector. Now, these things can be bought on AliExpress between $10 and $20. Personally, you know what, I'd rather pay the extra bucks and know that this thing is going to work, you know, as designed. Not that I don't trust my Chinese compatriots, but, well. The fit and finish of it is easy. Unfortunately, there's only the smoked variant. And all it does, it's 4 screws with rubber, and you put some thread locker on each one, twist them in, the rubber pushes against the other side of the rubber, and you cannot move this. You will rip off the windscreen before you take it off. Obviously, for different windscreens, you can also adjust it up, down, left, right. Adjustment, very easy. So it can slide up, forward, like that. Now, you can have it like this, you know, to protect yourself against the rain, or at least your cell phone, should you buy a non-waterproof cell phone. Are there even non-waterproof cell phones left? Well, fuck. You probably saved the money and bought a Givi. Okay, for ideal situations, this. But if you want maximum power, you gotta put it straight, you know. You don't want it like your phallus in the morning. Actually, no, you want it like a phallus. You want it bolt upright, damn it. And did it make an improvement to my life? I had to put this thing all the way up, this thing all the way up, as high and as straight as possible to see any benefit. And the benefit I saw was basically if I slouch just a little bit, I get that comfort zone. Unfortunately, you still have the wind rushing through here and it still creates a little bit of noise. So the one-piece windscreen is better if you want really that absolute eye of the storm quiet behind the windshield. This is great if you don't want to spend the big bucks and you want to adjust it to your liking. No problems there. And before you ask, well, fuck, nothing suits you, why don't you just take the windscreen off? I have. And you know what? I prefers it. I prefers it. Jesus, Gollum. Oh, wow. I already look like Gollum in the morning, so might as well talk like him. No, wait, that's Yoda. That's... You ever wonder why Yoda is so wrinkly like an old testicle bag? Fuck, let's get back to... Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am currently on the lookout for a Tiger 900, which uses this windscreen, which has preferably been in an accident killing its owner. Okay, that's kind of morbid, but main person, if the owner's dead, at least you know this thing is going to the scrapyard and you can harvest it for spares. If the owner's alive, chances are it'll get repaired, you know, that sort of thing. Wow, I actually feel bad for saying that. Oh well, feelings past. Carry on. But I want to get one. Obviously, I don't want to cut my beautiful new screen. I want to get a fucked up one and basically just take a saw or a handsaw to it. Just get rid of this. Then apply heat with a heat gun to smooth out the edges and possibly give it a bit of an upwards curve just for aesthetic views. Obviously, I could also make a design, you know, maybe the finger, just have to saw that out. But in essence, gentlemen, look, you take the windscreen off, all your electronics are gonna get hit by driving rain, so that's why I want just a little bit like here. Ideally, if I could fit the 1190R windscreen on this, I'd be happy, because the road noise on the short windscreen is less than with any windscreen. Yeah, I know. So, hope you enjoyed this video of me spending money so you don't have to. I hope you take everything with a grain of salt, which will raise your cholesterol and put you in the same boat as me. As always, I am unfaithfully yours, and I will try to make more of these videos. If you want to give me a topic on what to make a video of, maybe how to, I don't know, avoid paying the escort when you're done. I'm sure I can figure something out with great difficulty and danger to myself in person. Goodbye.